Law of Synth.
Yes.
Mike, how you doing, my man?
Good, man.
Good. It's nice to have you in the
Happy to-
workshop, man.
Definitely you do, man. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, well, welcome to the JD Kustom Jam Jar session.
Nice.
Nice.
I heard you guys are giving away some nice jam there.
Yeah.
Some
Well, it's pretty empty, man. We need you to add to it. So
Okay.
So
Cool,
yeah, but
cool.
we'll talk about that at the end of the interview, so
Sweet,
that we can see what element you're adding to that, you know. But otherwise, Mike, tell me about you and what you do, and Law of Synth, what it's about.
Well, Law of Synth was actually started as a group. It's me and my friend Vaughn. I've added some members to the group, so it's not just a DJ name. My original DJ name was DJ Twist, but going through ages, it became a little bit cheesy. So I thought, no, let's start with a better name.
All right.
And me and my friend actually sat there one night, going through, you won't believe it, science books.
Okay.
And we came up to law, and then I was like, synthesizers in the studio, and law, and I was like, okay, cool, that works, law of synth.
I like that, man.
A lot of people think it's law of Sith, like Star Wars.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
not.
what I thought
No,
actually
no,
the
no,
first
no.
time I heard it.
Synthesizers. So
Okay.
I've actually done some courses with a couple of guys. My tutor is like Dean Athenides and Nick Symmetrics, and I also did a course at Technics DJ School, learning a little bit more about synthesizers and Reason. I started with Reason and then Cubase. Actually, when I started producing, started with, you won't believe it, EJs and Fruity Loops. We were building loops and Fruity Loops and then making the rest of the track in EJs. A lot of people don't even know what EJs is today.
Yes.
But yeah, that's where I started about 20 odd years ago. And I've been at it ever since. And I've changed. I've got a couple of aliases as well. Producing different types of styles of music, you have to have like a alias or two. So I fall under Mike G as house, and then Law of Synth is my more EDM trap hop, but more international, like Moon Bathon hop type of thing. I also play old school hip hop like Cypress Hill and those guys. I mix a little bit of in that there. So that's basically been producing and DJ for the same amount of time, basically.
Okay.
A good 20 years. Club life, I would say 17 years. I started, my first residency was Night Shift in 2003. And
Yeah, you're
directly
quite involved in all the clubs. You're a resident DJ in how many clubs?
15 so far,
Sure.
since 2003. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I did the News Cafe CD for them in 2006, 2007 side. I
Yes.
can't exactly remember the year.
So you're not just a live DJ, you also do your production side of things, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I've
cool,
had a
man.
couple. I've got 4 projects out now. The one that I've done with Shanae at the end of the set that we're gonna do, and then the one in the beginning of the set that we're doing is we're gonna launch now. That's our new track. So, but I've got a couple of other projects going as well with a couple of friends. I'm like one of those guys that try and work with as many people as I can.
Yes.
You know, you can only grow like that. You learn from everyone.
I love the tracks that you've done with Shanae, with the guitar involvement in there. You can actually hear a little bit of an instrumental vibe going on there at the same time, a more relaxed house style, because I know you've got quite a few different styles of house that you've played with. The project with Shanae, I must say, is very interesting. Are you selling this on Beatport?
I've got my own record label called CMG Records. I did that so I don't have to sign off to anyone.
Yes.
All the artists that work with me, we're doing 50-50. There's no like one gets more than the other. It's the reason why I did it. A lot of artists sort of get done in by record labels. So I was just like, you know what, if I'm going to make something, let's do it all on our own. Took me a long time. It took me about 2 years to finalize my record label. The track that I do with Shanae now was more aiming for everyone, like a vast variety of different types of people.
Easy listening.
No, more radio, but we're also like aiming for all the people in our Rainbow Nation with that song. So we're not just aiming, like my last song that will do on the set was more towards one style of music. And a lot of my songs in my set will be also sort of sticking to a style. But
Nice.
There's other projects going. Like I said, I've got much harder stuff as well. I like my hard stuff coming from back then.
Something that makes me curious, Mike, all the time is I find there's quite a difference in the music industry with the DJ world as much as with the session musician, the live rock musician. All these genres in South Africa have kind of their own niche when it comes to the general industry. In the DJ world, what is your opinion on the South African music industry?
I must be honest, I think we got a lot of space to grow still.
Yes.
We need more producers. We've got enough DJs. We need more Timo ODVs and Pascal and PSs. There's very few of them out there that's making it. Black Coffee's made it for himself. I see Phonics made it for himself now. But like rare 4 or 5 that you can name. I think most DJs, especially the youth, must start really concentrating not just on learning how to DJ, but right off the bat learning how to produce and getting tracks out there. So we got a little bit more feet in the rest of the world.
That's right.
Same with our bands. I think the guys, I like that there's a lot of bands doing original thing. Cover bands can also start doing some original stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they've got some really good cover bands that just don't do any
I feel
originals.
like there's a shift, you know, people are starting to be more open to listening to original material from our artists.
Most definitely, from a point of view of working with bands and DJs, I have definitely seen the shift in clubs where people would much more rather come out and not hear what they're hearing on the radio.
Absolutely.
Because of it being so spoon-fed and all that.
I think it's time for the radio to change.
Exactly.
I want to ask you your inspirations, because you've dropped some names now, like Euphonic, Black Coffee.
Those aren't my inspirations. My inspirations are more Pascal and PS, Timo ODV, local.
I heard a bit of Tiesto coming through your mix there.
Yeah, there is one. The reason why I say Pascal and PS, not just are they presenting really good hits, like hit tracks, their standard of quality production is also above everyone else in the country.
Yes.
Like they're sitting with the boys in the rest of the world.
And they modernize their sound.
You know, Pascal and PS, where they caught me, they did a track in, yes, this was a long time ago, I'm talking probably 8 years ago. Their first track, a lot of people don't know this, but their first track that made them, I think, was Disco Biscuits.
Okay.
It was a remix of the Mario Brothers song.
Okay.
Yeah, so they did the Mario Brothers retake, and the song went absolutely viral across the world. And from there on, then they started producing a lot of hits. They first did their progressive thing. I think they're still there. But yeah, that's why I sort of started listening to them as local producers. Timo ODV, I don't think he's been around that long, but his last couple of tracks are really, really also, I think, taken the world on. Really good producers. And then I'd say my international guys that I'd say
Avicii.
really, yeah, Avicii was cool. But I'm come more from an era like your 2000s, 1999, where there was still raves going. Tiesto and Carl Cox and those guys were jamming the floor. And it was very underground. It wasn't as commercial as what they've all gone today. So I've sort of also come out of my underground type of vibe that I used to like. Aiming more for radio type of thing. Tiesto's also gone the same route. And David Guetta's also always been on the right route. He's just had the right idea from the start with his commercial stuff, and he does a lot of remixes and originals, and that's
he's
what
done
made
it in an original way. He's
exactly.
He's not following a trend. He's actually kind of making.
He's made his own trends. Yeah, a lot of people don't respect him as a DJ. Fair enough.
Oh, that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's made it big. You know, even in his home country, France, he's massive. He's made
definitely.
it in Ibiza as well.
Yeah, he's
and
all over the
internationally, everyone knows who he is. You know, even the rock guys know who he is.
Most definitely, he works with everyone.
Mike, I wanted to ask you your advice for the youth of South Africa. If you had to give out some love, what would it be?
Well, I sort of mentioned it, Nana. I think like I said, we've got enough DJs. So, like, cool, carry on DJing, guys. But honestly, start concentrating on making tracks. That's what makes an international DJ. You're not gonna land up on the top 100 list by being a good DJ. No one's gonna listen.
Playing someone else's song.
Exactly. That's that's not where it is. The guys that's making the top 10 and the top 100, they all got probably about 40 albums out. You know, I wouldn't say the ratio of everyone knowing every song on the album is good, but those guys have got hits out to there, maybe one or two that everyone knows, and that's what it's all about.
Technical advice?
That's coming back to that. Yeah, it's like, I would say if I'd started earlier, I would have started producing a little bit more serious, because I took my DJing serious, but my production was the sideline thing.
Yes.
Technical advice: if you're gonna play on a laptop, make sure the sync's not on, because that's cheating. Learn how to DJ properly. Like, try and start DJing on CD players first before you use controllers and laptops. Honestly, there's still a lot of people out there that is turntable orientated. So going from turntables to CD players and then controllers, people think the laptop thing isn't the real thing anymore. So I'd reckon technical advice: learn how to be a proper DJ. Learn how to be a proper producer, and do yourself a favor, get like maybe an instrument that you learn how to play. You're not going to be a good producer if you can't at least play one instrument. Piano is probably the best in studio to learn.
Makes sense.
Like, you can literally program anything on a piano. The other thing is, don't give up, and just persist in it.
Nice,
And
man. That's some fantastic advice, Mike.
Yeah.
And the last question I have for you is, what flavor in the jam jar? Metal, heavy metal.
No. Look, I've added some house to the jam jar today.
Nice.
With a bit of flavor of my own, and like you guys all hear, this is not just a normal house. There's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a commercial touch with a little bit of an underground touch.
I like that.
So, and that's generally, cheers, the way I play. I try and play for everyone. So even old people must be relating to it.
I like that, Mike. Thanks for spending time with us. It's really nice to hear your opinion and
Thanks for
what
having
you have
me.
to say. And I look forward to this jam jar. I look forward to hearing your set, man.
It's going to be awesome.
Mikey,
Let's bang it.
awesome, bro.
Cool, shit, dude.
Sweet.
Cool.